In 2 minutes, I'm going live on Facebook and YouTube from BeLive, and I've set my studio up. Down below, you can see the slides I'm going to be sharing. You can see a video I could play, and you can see a show card. Over there, you can see my agenda, and planning the show is crucial, and I'm going to go through that in the slideshow. Now I'm set to go live to BeLive and YouTube as soon as I press that button, and the idea is on BeLive you press the button at the time you said you will and go live and you start broadcasting. Now at the beginning of this broadcast, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the slide share, but this time on Facebook I couldn't appear on screen. With BeLive I can actually appear on screen, as you will see, with the screen share, and I'll show you how it's done, and hopefully everything will work first time. The thing about live is you never know what's going to happen, but I have planned ahead for this, so hopefully we'll be okay. I'm watching the clock and we should shortly be coming up to the time to go live. So at this point in time you're thinking, I'm going to do this is going to be good, and you've got to have a positive attitude, because that goes through to the people who are actually watching, and it's infectious. And if you're in a good mood, they're in a good mood, and we can help cheer people up. And so we are going to go, and just checking the clock again, we're going to go live. Okay, so we're in the studio and we actually wait for the countdown, and the countdown of 3, 2, 1 will appear in a moment, and that will tell us that we are live. And I'm hoping that this runs smoothly. Hello Facebook and YouTube, this is Stephen in Wiltshire with the regular question and answer show, which takes place on Tuesdays 12 PM Eastern, 5 PM in the UK. And today I've got a little treat. We're actually going to start the broadcast with a slide share, and I'll just switch over so they can actually see your comments. So I'm going to remove that, or even show it. I'm going to hide it and go to the chat in a moment. Now I am recording this for a BeLive blog, so bear with me as I go through a little short instruction. I originally did this quite a few years ago when I started doing Udemy courses, and I'm going to bring up a screen share. Now the thing about screen sharing on BeLive, I'm sharing slides and I can go side by side like that, or I can put the slides picture in picture, so that I'm now on screen with the slideshow. And whereas with Facebook Live I couldn't be seen, I could only be heard, when you go live with BeLive and a slide share, then you're actually seen on screen. And I'm going to go over to another tab. I'm going to say view and present, and it should load the screen share and hopefully disappear. So let's go through this. This is going live for beginners 2021. I've started to update it, and if I press the spacebar, it will come up with the next slide. This is a good thing about a slideshow, and this is really about going live on Facebook for everyone. And we're going to be covering certain topics in this course. Why broadcast, which is the reasons for broadcasting, the benefits of broadcasting. How to plan your broadcast. If you don't plan, you'll fail. You'll run out of words, you won't know what to say. So planning is important. Getting together your topic and talking points, and you should have 5 or 6 talking points throughout a broadcast. Selecting your audience, which is not about picking somebody out of the audience, it's actually deciding where to broadcast to. Now I'm broadcasting to Facebook and YouTube today, and I'm going on a Facebook page and my YouTube account, but I could have broadcast to a Facebook group or to a Facebook personal profile. With BeLive, I can actually pick 2 destinations. Now, this is key, and I did this earlier this afternoon, and that's practice before you go live. If you don't practice or rehearse in your head what you're going to do, again, going back to number 2, you'll run out of things to say. Practice recording, this is important. We don't like watching ourselves on screen, but when you starting out in broadcasting, it is good to do so, because what you want to do is to make sure that you're actually looking at a camera, and hopefully I am. And the second thing is that people can actually hear you and your voice is projecting. My microphone is about 2 feet away from me at the moment, and I've got, Peter will be glad to hear, I've got crisp AI on, and that's cutting out any background noise. But do a practice recording so that you know what you look like, and practice until you feel comfortable on camera. Go live into a Facebook group. Set up a Facebook group with just yourself and a friend, and just practice. Let them have a go too. Why should you be the only one on camera? Let them have a go. Business video has a different approach and a different purpose, and I'll talk about that later. And you can also go live from your personal page. I'm live on my personal page at the moment. That's where my friends are, my inner circle of friends and my network connections from over the years. Then we'll cover how to download the video from Facebook, whether it be a group, a page, or a profile, and how to upload that video to YouTube. Though I don't need to do that because I'm broadcasting to YouTube at the moment. And then we'll talk about promoting your broadcast. So continuing with the slideshow, where can you go live? We've covered this to a certain extent. You can go live on your Facebook personal profile, your Facebook business page, Facebook groups, or YouTube, and you can pick 2 of those. Now, why should you broadcast? Why should anybody broadcast? Basically to tell a story. We've all got stories to tell, and whether those stories are personal or about our interests or hobbies, or just stories about our business, anything that's happened to us can become a story, and you can illustrate your story with pictures and slides. You can share your expertise and interests as well with your audience. And plan before you broadcast. I can't mention this too much, so that's why it's there again. You can go live whenever you want. If you plan what you're going to talk about, you'll enjoy the show more and engage your audience. And the next slide. And your audience, when you broadcast from your own page, you can choose your audience. It's just you or your friends or selected friends. Or you can go on your business page where everybody can see it, or you can go in a group where only group members can see it. And the topic, each show should have a central theme, something you have knowledge of, something you enjoy, and you share your expertise. Okay, and thank you for the comments. I'm now going to go back to me, and this is something that you can't do on Facebook Live. You cannot go on the screen yourself as full screen. You cannot go on the screen with the slides that you're actually sharing. And hopefully you've seen the difference now between going live on Facebook Live and going live on BeLive. On BeLive, I can share images, I can share YouTube videos, I can do live selling. Let me give you an example. If I'm set up for it, I might not be, but before we move on, I'm going to go to my live selling setup and pick one, and I'm going to bring it up on screen. I'm going to take myself off full screen, hide the screen share. You can actually sell whilst you're live, and that's another way of actually showing slides and images. You can actually, this is for broadcasting, for bots for broadcasters, which is on offer at $9.99 if you click the coupon, and the coupon has just been displayed both on Facebook, on the BeLive in 5 page, and on YouTube. Now that's something you can't do with Facebook Live. So those are the benefits of BeLive, and I look forward to actually explaining more in the blog post that I'm going to write tonight. So thank you for watching. Don't go anywhere. I'm just going to stop my recording. I'll explain now.